Hey guys, Joshua here, and welcome back to YouTube. So, I'm making this video because I gotta show you something real quick. It's called I eat every flavor of Takis, but yeah. I know I told you guys that I'm not gonna make any. Oh yeah, it's the weekends. I just told you last weekend that I will make videos on the weekends only. So yeah, I'm gonna watch this video and I want you guys to hear this. So let's I will play this in 3, 2, 1.
Some of you may not be strong enough to make it through this video.
And guys, I'm not gonna play through this one, but but this one is gonna be part 1. But I am going to make a part 2. So yeah, let's watch it now.
But here you are. Strength isn't just measured in muscle, no. It's measured in will. Raw willpower that lets you see past the lies and into the heart of the truth. It's not easy to stare truth in the face and not flinch. Oh, it's a good bag. But be warned. You're in this now, and you have to see this through to the end. What I'm going to reveal to you is going to shake the foundations of your entire existence.
And guys, one more time. I used to eat Takis before. So yeah. And now let's continue.
Maybe future generations beyond that are affected by the possible changes to your DNA that this will cause. Takis can't sue me for that, can they? There is no evidence that suggests that Takis will change your DNA. There's no evidence. None. You can't find any that I know of. Oh, mama. So show that you're going to be a part of this until the end. Click the like button, because people...
Until the end? I'm not going to record this whole video. This one is going to be part 1, genius. This is going to be part 1 of this video. And in part 2, I will be here until the end of the video on part 2, okay? Not on part 1, okay?
Are spamming the dislike button just to try to hide the truth, to try to obfuscate it. That's the right word. You must set the truth free. Join me. Prove it to me. Prove it to each other. But most importantly, prove it to yourself. Today, I'm going to be reviewing every single flavor of Takis. I have what is scientifically known as every single flavor of Takis. This is a terrible angle to see this. Let's see and zoom in on that. Not really a lot of detail. I, much like a baby, have no object permanence. So if the flavor that technically exists isn't in this room with me right now, I don't know it exists, and therefore it doesn't exist to me. And because all of reality is based on perspective, and everything is relative, my existence proves that those other flavors that may not be here don't exist. It's simple logic. There is nothing weird about the way that I eat Takis. And eat is also a very strange word. It has a lot of different meanings, you know. The dictionary is the jury's out on the definition of eating. But I eat them like this. Do you eat soup or do you drink soup? Nobody knows. The 3 bears with their porridge. One was too hot, one was too cold. One was just right. But according to who? Nobody knows. And Goldilocks is dead. They hate her. They hate her all. Anyway, this is not about that. Takis, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. But I already...
those Takis that he's holding? I used to eat those kind of Takis. Okay?
know what you're thinking, and I already thought of it. They're not going to sponsor me. I've already asked, because I didn't ask to be paid in money. I asked to be paid in powder, and they said no. So, didn't work out. But I'm going to review it anyway because I still enjoy them. I like the powder. So I do have some critical things to say about Takis' production pipeline. There's a little bit of an inconsistency issue with Takis from bag to bag. I started out Takis, and I was lucky enough that my first time getting Takis, that the individual Taki were soaked beyond recognition under a layer of delicious powder. Like just pure salt, spice, MSG. But it's like a lottery. Depending on what bag you get, you may not get the same spice experience that I got on my first thing. It's kind of like drugs. I've been chasing that first high that I got when I got the first bag, and now this seems really bad. But trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Lexi, do I know what I'm talking about? Anyway, it's not the point. I only have eaten Fuego. Fuego is the purple bag. It's the only bag that I saw for a long time. But there are other flavors of Takis that are not Fuego. Fuego is my favorite so far. I've only had one other, but there's a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8. This makes 8. Also, I'm going to show you guys a whole new world, and this is where it's very important that we're all in this together. If you clicked on this video, it's already too late. You're a part of this. This is in your watch history, and I've made a deal with YouTube that this particular video cannot be purged from your watch history. No matter what, it's going to remain on your account till the end of time. And when YouTube dies, that's when time dies. We all know this. I will cease to exist. And from my perspective, because everything is relative, everything's gone. It's just an egotistical way of thinking about things. It's not actually true. Anyway, so the thing about Takis and Fuego is that it has just the right amount of kick, right? Woo! That's some good shit. It's like eating shrimp, right? I don't eat shrimp, but I think you suck the shrimp out of it, you throw the rest of the shrimp away, right? Or like a clam. You don't eat the shell of the clam. I don't eat the shell of the Takis. And this happens to be a pretty good bag. I'd say this bag is above average. You can actually see almost the entirety of each chip is covered in powder. You get a kind of chip that is just more powder than chip. That's ideal. This bag is above average. But when I tell you, this bag is like 30% of the maximum amount of powder that I've seen in different bags. This is like a 220% of the weak bags that I've seen. I've seen bags that when I opened them, I got depressed instantly. All joy flew out of my life because I looked at the chip and it was empty. It looked like this, and I think that's what happened. Someone got to the powder before I did. I think there's a whole operation to suck the powder right out of these. Takis won't give it themselves, but I want it, and I will find it, because as they said on Dune, the spice must flow. I've never seen Dune. The spiciness level is like a bit of a 6. It's a good one. It's above average spice. It's a good kick. Compared to that chip that I ate on some mysterious channel that doesn't exist and never did exist, much like this video won't ever leave you, that video never even occurred. If that was a 10, this is a 6. Good spice, but the flavor, that's really what we're getting into here. The flavor is something that's just, I can't even match on anything else that I've ever tried. I've tried different, like, spicy powders. People say, like, there's a seasoning that you can get that is pretty good. It's not the same. And I think it's due to the MSG. The MSG. I also cut them like this because it's easier to access, and then you can identify the ones with more powder, and that way you lose minimal amount of powder getting on your hands, and you can just make sure most of the powder gets in your mouth. I open like this so it's like a built-in tray. Doesn't make good for showing the ingredients, but zoom! There's monosodium glutamate, which is another entire conversation to have. There's a big stigma about monosodium glutamate, but apparently there's no actual research that said it's bad for you in any way. In fact, it turns out to be a pretty good flavor enhancer. But I'm not a food doctor. I don't even know what a food doctor is. Do they exist? But this has MSG in it. Unless I'm mistaken, because I didn't look at it myself just now. Am I right? Okay, good. The only problem is With the amount of salt that you're taking in, you gotta make sure you get enough water. You gotta hydrate when you're doing this. Because even one of these, probably not good for you. But I like salt, and I like these. It's like got a sweetness to it. It's a spice. This happens to be a very good bag. I am very happy. If I got this, my happiness meter would go up as opposed to being extremely depressed. My entire emotional state depends on the interior of these bags. It's like Schrodinger's Takis. My fate is sealed in the bag, and I do not know until I open it. But I have found ways to try to circumvent that. I kind of feel, and if I feel more powder at the bottom, I can kind of be inclined that it's going to be that. Also, there are certain types of bags that are made certain ways. You'll see that this one has ridges on the top of it. There's some bags that have flat tops, and you can kind of judge where that one was produced, because I'm pretty sure that there are 3 different Takis factories in the U.S. I've never actually done any physical research on this. I've never seen them myself. I've just done anecdotal research from the Takis bags that I have, and there seems to be one that does lower with different type of chip, like the actual tortilla is a little thinner and a little smaller. The volume is probably decreased by about 40%, and the powder ratio is way down. There's this one, which is good because it's a pretty average and streamlined process of the amount of powder and the amount of chip. Tortilla chips actually carry a lot of suckability, so you can suck the powder out of them. I like that. I don't like it when it's hiding in the crevices. And then there's another one that is just Chaos Factory. I want to be in that factory. I want my life to be that factory, because the people working there are just as insane as I am. They destroy every chip with bag. The entire bag is like 30% powder in the bottom of it, and it's all crumbs. And there are some weird chips that are just like burnt black triangles in them. That is the gold mine of Takis. Those are the absolute pinnacle of Takis. I went on a bit of a tangent there. I'm going to move on. This particular bag, 9 out of 10. And maybe like 8.5, just because I know the scope of how good it could be, but this is a good one. So, from now on, we're going to look...
Okay, guys. I'm going to stop right there. Because, one, I don't have enough room on my phone, and 2, I have to... Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. That was my mom again. Anyway, guys. What was I saying? Oh, yes. I have to stop right there, guys. Because, 1, I don't have enough room on my phone, and 2, I have to stop right there because I'm tired and I need to go to bed. So anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. And if you guys want me to continue this video, and then let me know in the comment down below, okay? Anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Bye, guys.